Yes, sir.
Coming to the excretion in animals, as we know that the different animals having different arrangement for excretion. Do you understand, all of you? For example, you take cow. How many of you know cow? Cow, whatever it will eat first time, it may not direct digestive like us. Correct? Again, it will make it. It will
Yes, sir.
bring back that food into the mouth, and again it will be crushed a lot, and later only the digestive process will start. For example, if we take amoeba, amoeba single cellular organism. So it is having only one cell. So directly there is no special organ for it. Directly it will send the waste product and as well as carbon dioxide by one membrane. What is that membrane? What is that membrane? Cell membrane. Is it
Cell
sir?
membrane.
You have already studied. It will take the food also through cell membrane, and it will absorb the oxygen also from cell membrane, and it will send out the carbon dioxide also from the cell membrane.
Cell membrane.
That is why we can say, like plants always same process. Some plants through the leaves, some plants through the lenticels, some plants through the in the form of gums and resins, some plants in the form of roots. Understanding means in the sense of through the soil, and some plants, most of the plants through the form of understanding, shedding of leaves, peeling of bark, or else felling of fruit.
Right.
Correct. So now, but it is not same like in animals, because animals are different kinds, and different animals is having different arrangement of excretion, because each and every type of animal is having different kind of organs for the excretion process. So these kind of arrangements has been depends on constitution of animal. So what is this constitution means? Means how it is made up of, how many kinds of cells are present in their body. Either it is belongs to a multicellular organism or single cellular organism, or one more kind of organisms we have studied. After amoeba, we have studied the another kind of tubular kind of organisms. What is that? Anybody remember? What is that? Tube-like structures which is secreting everything through the skin, you may notice it, which is present inside the soil. What is that? What is that name?
Earthworm.
You understanding? Earthworm is having another kind of excretory system. Amoeba is having another kind of thing, because each and every different kind of organism is having a different kind of constitution in their body. Means their body composition is different. So depend upon their body composition, depend upon their place of living, where they are surviving, this all the parameters, the body, they are having a special kind of organism. Suppose if you take the fish, where it is there? Fish, what is the excretory product? What is the excretory organ? Gills. Correct or not? Through the gills only the gases exchange will take place, as well as normal anus will be present. We're removing solid wastage. Like that. We have, you take humans. Humans also having what? We have a what?
Lung.
Respiratory. Lungs for gaseous exchange and anus for solid wastage. And also through the liquids we can remove it. What is that? That is also we have in the form of urine. Is it yes or no? Most of the animals will go, they will send their waste products through urine also. So that is also one of the waste products. Correct or not? Like that.
Yes, sir.
Depend upon the organisms, they are having a special type of different arrangement for excretion, which is purely depend on the constitution of the animal. Do you understanding, all of you? What it is made up of, how it is present, that is what will decide the excretion system in the animals. Please all of you write it. Different animals have different arrangement or different organs. You can directly write different organs for excretion. It is depending on, it is which depends on the constitution of the animal, which depends on the constitution of the organisms. So for example, let us take first one. What is the first type of organisms, Ra? What is the first type of organisms we know? Single cellular organisms, yeah?
Amoeba.
Correct or not? So let us take in amoeba. So what is the spelling of amoeba? A-M-O-E-B-A, correct? Amoeba. So amoeba is called as what? All single cellular. Single cellular. So single cellular organisms or animals we can say. So this amoeba, the exchange of waste products, whatever it is, gaseous waste or solid waste or everything, the waste material like carbon dioxide is removed by a process called as, what is that process called as? You may remember, Dina, osmosis, diffusion, like that process is there. What is the process involved in here? Amoeba.
Diffusion, sir.
Diffusion. That is what you have to remember. Single cellular organism. So if we take in amoeba, carbon dioxide as a waste product has been removed by the process of what? Diffusion. Through what? Through what? Through cell membrane. Do you understand, all of you? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
What in the form of, in the case of amoeba, if we'll take the waste product called as carbon dioxide is removed by diffusion through the cell membrane. But one more waste product is removed in the amoeba. What is that? Can you able to say? Nitrogenous waste. For example, like you can say ammonia and excess water, they will be removed by the contractile vacuole. Do you notice it like a food vacuole? Whenever it is food is present, the shape is modified. Is it yes or no? So like that, this amoeba is having vacuoles, like how the plants is having the vacuoles. Same way, this amoeba is having a vacuole, contractile vacuole we can say. This through this contractile vacuoles only, the nitrogenous waste and as well as excess water is removed from the amoeba. That is what you have to remember. Please all of you write it. So CO2 is removed by the process of diffusion through water, through cell membrane. Now, nitrogenous waste, nitrogenous waste like what? Ammonia. Please all of you note it down. Ammonia, like urea, ammonia and excess water. Excess water is removed from amoeba, is removed by, what is that? Vacuoles. What is that vacuole? Contractile vacuole. Please remember that. What is that?
Contractile.
Contractile vacuole. This is what the first case. Now let us go for second case. If you take the earthworms and as well as leeches, correct or not? Earthworms and leeches are similar family. Is it yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no, all of you? So you can take.
Sir, can you say what is contractile vacuole again?
Contractile vacuole means a special organ. I will show you the picture, you can observe, which is present in the amoeba. Just wait. Like plants also having vacuoles, correct? The same way amoeba is having vacuole. I will show you, listen. Like paramecium, amoeba, everything is having a special kind of organ inside this single cell, which is useful to send the nitrogenous waste and as well as excess water. That is what called as contractile vacuole. Can you able to observe here? Please all of you observe. We have a food vacuole here and as well as contractile vacuole. Have you noticed it? This white color one, like a spherical shape? Please tell me.
Yes, sir.
Name called as contractile vacuole, which is useful for what? Sending nitrogenous waste and as well as excess water. Understand? So through the cell membrane, carbon dioxide will exchange, and we have a food vacuoles where the digestion will take place, and we have a pseudopodia. What is the use of pseudopodia? Solo pseudopodia?
Intake of food, sir.
Intake of food in amoeba. Intake of food.
Paramecium is also single cellular, correct? This is what the real paramecium, which is used to live in water, correct? You can see this is what the real paramecium. So have you noticed it? This white color sphericals, please tell me.
Yes, sir.
It is called as contractile, understanding.
Contractile vacuole.
Useful. This is what a real understanding. Paramecium, you can notice it. So this is amoeba, you can see. Amoeba, this is what the amoeba. So where this is also paramecium only, where the contractile vacuole is present for useful of sending nitrogenous waste and as well as excess water. But you can see amoeba, it looks like a spherical in shape, correct? But in paramecium it looks like a star, correct or not? That is what you have to remember. Understand, Padmavarshini? A special
Yes, sir.
present in the these single cellular organisms, which is useful to excrete two things. One is nitrogenous wastage and as well as excess water. That's
Excess water.
now. Let us comes to the earthworms, all of you. Remember, coming to the earthworms, as we know that exchange of gases will take place through water. Exchange of gases will take place through what?
Sir, to skin.
Skin is the main one who will exchange the process of like oxygen and carbon dioxide in all this kind of earthworm. So if you take this earthworms is the family of something called as Nephridia. Is it yes or no? So this earthworms, they have a tubular structures called as Nephridia. They are the excretory organs in the earthworms and as well as leeches and all. That excretory organ which is called as where the waste products of this kind of earthworms is present inside the body of them like a tube-like structures that I will show you. And also the major one which is involving the exchange of gases, which is like excretory organ, work like excretory organ. That is what in the earthworms? Skin, correct or not? So the moist skin, addition to this Nephridia, moist skin of the earthworm also act as a excretory organ. Please all of you write this point, I will show you. Right. In earthworms, are tubular structures called the tubular structures called what is that called as? Somebody is messaging. Gases takes place in skin. Yeah, exchange of gases takes place in skin only. So that waste, solid waste is to this tubular structures. What is that called as? What I said? Nephridia.
Nephridia, sir.
Nephridia. Nephridia, which is a excretory organ in earthworms. Please all of you write it. Nephridia. Nephridia are the excretory organs. Nephridia are the excretory organ. Excretory organ. Along with this, what is there? One more. One more is what? Also
Skin, moist skin.
also moist skin. Moist skin will
Nephridia excretes what, sir?
what am I will show you. Nephridias. Understand? Like a tubular structures.
No, sir, it excretes what, sir?
Excretes, this will excrete solid wastage. Whatever it is soil it is eating, correct? It will eat the soil and it will send the soil. That is what will transport through this only. Okay? Now, will act as a what? Also moist skin will act as a excretory system.
Excretory.
Excretory organ for what? Exchange of gaseous waste. Do you understand?
Gases, sir.
Gaseous waste. That is what you have to remember. Now, coming to this Nephridias, how they are present in this kind of male and female earthworms, I will show you. Nephridia. Observe the tubular structures which is present inside the where? Earthworm. This is what? Can you able to see that? This is what the earthworm's excretory system. In +1, you will study one full chapter regarding this. Do you understand, Ingra? You will notice it here. In this picture, all of you observe. This is called as mouth and this is called as at last anus. So middle, have you noticed it? Buccal cavity, pharynx, esophagus, understanding, gizzard, stomach and intestine. Last, this is there. So this is only used to called as Nephridia family, where the excretory system will be transported. You can observe here the tube-like structure. Have you noticed it? Which is present inside it?
Yes, sir.
From from the anus. This is called as mouth of the earthworm, and this is called as the anus of the earthworm. So this is only called as excretory system of the earthworm. And here we have nephridiums where the excretory systems will be sending out from the body. Do you understand, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Padmarsini, this is what you can see.
Yes, sir.
Major picture of this is what like nephridians are present inside. Actually, if you go to the NEET session, like NEET classes in +1, +2, you have to do the bisection of this one and you have to show them everything. Actually, in earthworms, one ring-like structure present in their head. Without, it is very sensitive one, like a brain. You have to be show the bisection with a blade and you have to show that ring perfectly. If the ring will break, they will fail you in the practicals. Actually, when I am in +1, +2, because I am also a biomass in Andhra by MPC, correct? MBPC. So I used to know that we have to. They will provide like this ring-like structure is present inside under the like our backbone. Our backbone, it is somewhat present like this in the earthworm. We have to show this without damaging this ring. This is the most important, one of the most important practical session in our +1, +2. Even you have to cut the frog, earthworm, cockroach, everything we have to show the bisection. That is. So this is what regarding what earthworms excretory system. Now let us comes to the third one. If it comes to the third one, let us take the birds and as well as human beings. What is the excretory system, sir? In human beings and as well as birds and all, if you take. What is that? What is the excretory system? We have so many excretory systems, correct? Please tell me, what is that? Tell me. So if we take in human beings, as we know, we have a microscopic thin tubulars, understanding thin tubules, they will form, we used to call as you may studied in lower classes, nephron. Do you know nephron? How many of you know? Nephrons, Nephron, nephron. Do you know or not? Tell me, nephrons. Actually, these nephrons are like a tubular structures which is present inside the human body. Understanding, which will function as excretory unit. So for example, if we'll take 1 million nephrons take together form the excretory organ of human beings called as kidneys. So the kidney or any kind of excretory organ is made up of these nephrons only, who will involve in the functioning of excretory unit. That is what we can say kidneys is the one of the most important excretory organs of human beings, which will filter the urine and our dialysis process. You may notice it. Dialysis of blood has been done by our kidneys only. If our kidneys are not functioning well, then we used to get so many products, kidney failure and all you may see in our surroundings. And most of the cases, kidney failures has been leads to even death also. Understand? Yes, then what you are saying correct. So now, that is what the excretory system. We have a special organs like kidneys, intestines, large intestines, skin, and as well as anus, where there is an excretory process will ends. That is all we'll study. How the removal of waste products in humans we'll study in the next class. The third point you have to remember, in human beings, microscopic thin tubules called as nephrons. Please write it. In humans, a microscopic thin tubules, THIN, thin tubules forms a structure called as what? Nephrons. Thin tubules forms nephrons, which functions as excretory unit, which functions as excretory unit. Excretory unit. I will show you that. Understand excretory unit. We'll study because next class that is only. So for example, if we'll take 1 million nephrons, 1 million nephrons will form what they will form? Kidneys. You understand all of you? 1 million nephrons they will form human kidney. That is what you have to remember. 1 million nephrons take together to form excretory organ of human beings called kidney. kidneys, not kidneys, kidney only. 1 million nephrons will take part to form a excretory organ called kidney. So this is what you can see. The different animals is having different kind of excretory system, correct? That is why we can say animals is, there is no common organs which is present in understanding exchange of these waste products. So the tubes, the tubules called as Malpighian tubes. Kevin is saying Malpighian tubes. Yes, that is all we'll study in the next class. So in next class we'll study the last concept of this chapter. That is what? The removal of waste products in humans. That with that we will end it. Most important concept, removal of waste products, waste from humans. Definitely, if it is PT1, if it is half yearly, if it is annual, whatever it is, one question surely will come from this concept. That is why a very highest priority concept in the first chapter, light process, is this one: removal of waste from humans. Like in the sense of, like, here only we'll study kidneys, heart failures, kidney failure, excretion in humans and all. The system, the human excretory system or urinary system, we can say, most important diagram, 99% cases they will ask you the diagram, that easy diagram, how you have to draw correctly and perfectly. Everything I will teach you in the next class. And what is the structure of kidney also they will ask you a few times. And what is the structure of nephron, understanding, which I have said just now, working of this human excretory system. And clearly these three pictures, one picture surely will come in exam, either the structure of kidney or the structure of this human excretory system, or the structure of what, this nephron, structure of nephrons, or the structure of human excretory system. These three things, one definitely will come. The three diagrams will practice and will study. Even PT1 also may one diagram will come, because these are the most important diagrams. But openly I'm saying you, your seniors last